Good morning, students. We have already discussed a lot of what fundamental concepts in the previous classes. But in today's class, we'll discuss actual contents available in the syllabus. Then, but before discussing about the previous class, discussing about the actual contents mentioned in the syllabus, we'll review the previous class concepts and will try to what understand the what processes. So as we already discussed about the what concepts like production, manufacturing, assembly processes, then slightly we have already covered the what casting process also. However, we'll review the what things again once again in the today's class then. So as we already discussed about the production it is a transformation process which converts raw material into finished product that is having a value in the marketplace, I said. So this transformation or conversion process usually involves a sequence of steps, each step bringing the material very closer to the final state. The individual step it is referred as a production operation, I said. So the block diagram of production it is clearly given here then. So it involves inputs, conversion or transformation process and output and what feedback system and control the what any necessary or disciplinary action to accept the goods then or information or service. However, then, so any product or service or information or anything to be obtained from organization, you need a lot of input then, like what a man, machine, material, labor, equipment, tools, energy, etc. All these, if you process these what inputs into the transformation or conversion process, you will get what product or service or information, and finally will subject them to the what feedback means inspection then. So you will get what acceptance or reluctance of the what part produced or information or service obtained then. Accordingly, these can be correct in the transformation or conversion processes by re-inputting into the conversion or transformation process, and finally we will get information or service or product then. That is exactly the what production process. As I said about the what production process, this production process it is completely responsible for procurement of the goods, processing of the goods and dispatch of the goods, such as procuring nothing but about placing an order, nothing but about purchase department, incoming inspection, storing, then transportation to the what shop floors, then feeding material into the machines, so machine maintenance, repair, all those things. Then after producing processing, then again you will send it to the warehouse or store, then there what we have to what dispatch to the what specific or intended customer then. So and subject to the what final inspection for acceptance or reluctance, then it will be sent to the what customer then. So in between you will get a feedback and what control you have, then further actions you will take it. But however, then production process is completely responsible for procurement and dispatch of the goods then. All activities involved in these two processes are comes under the what production process. Then coming to the what different types of production processes. There are 4 types of production process classified based on production volume then. So those are job type production, batch type production, mass type production and process production, as we already discussed then. So production job shop production, it is what exactly the manufacturing future of job shop production is what low volume, The manufacturing lot sizes are very small, often one of a kind. The job shop production is commonly used to satisfy the specific customer orders, and there is a variety in the type of work. The skill level of job shop workers must be relatively high, so that they can be able to perform a range of difficult work assignment. Example: machine tools, special tools, and prototype models, as we already discussed. Then coming to the batch type production, then so batch type production involve the manufacturing of medium sized lots of same items. The lots may be produced only once, or they may be produced at regular intervals. The job shop production is commonly used to meet the continuous customer orders. However, the plant must be capable of producing such a big quantity that exceeds the demand rate. Therefore, the job produces to build up an inventory of an item. Then, example: furnitures, household appliances, textbooks, already I said this. Then coming to the what other type of production, that is a mass type production. Then this is the continuous specialized manufacture of identical parts. Mass production is characterized by very high rate of production rate. Equipment used that must be completely dedicated to manufacture the particular product. The investment in machines and specialized tooling is very high. The skill level of labor is low compared to batch type and job type production. Then all we have already discussed. Then example: automobile industry, chemical industry, steel industry, fashioners, foundry, and other organizations comes under what mass production. Then process production, this is analogous to mass production. In this, single raw material is used to produce the variety of byproducts. Example: chemical, petroleum, sugar, and other what industries comes under process production. So then this is related to the what production and production systems types. Then manufacturing, it is somewhat different from production process. Then so manufacturing process is the part of production process directly concerned with the changes in the dimension, shape, size, and properties of the material. Example: casting process, rolling, forging, extrusion are directly related to the what manufacturing process. Then assembly process, then it is also a production process concerned with the conjugative joining of finished parts into the assembly units or basic units and complete machines of a quality that meet the manufacturing specifications. Automobile industry, watch manufacturing, and other assembly organizations are comes under this. Then so here we have to remember these two things. Then one, that is what specific customer orders, and another one is a continuous customer orders. Specific customer orders nothing but what, as and when if you place an order, then only they will take it for production. But continuous customer orders nothing but what, you will place an order once in a period. Then and whole quantity you will goes on producing and supply in terms of lots or as and when customer demanded. So therefore batch type production and mass production are commonly used to satisfy the continuous customer orders. And job shop production, it is what specific customer orders. Even then process production is also a continuous customer orders. Then so however then as we already discussed about what production and manufacturing. Then so manufacturing, it is only bothered about the what production or for conversion of what raw material into finished product. This is the least bothered about the procurement or dispatch. Then but it is prepared and throw it away. That is exactly the what work of production manufacturing. Then therefore it is the least bothered about the other activities. That is the major difference between production and manufacturing process. Then classification of manufacturing processes. Then so these manufacturing processes are classified mainly primary manufacturing process and a secondary manufacturing process. So these manufacturing concern for changing the ingots into usable products may be classified into six major groups as a primary shaping processes, secondary machining processes, metal forming process, joining processes, surface finishing process, and process affecting changes in the property. These are discussed as under then primary processes shaping process are primary shaping process are manufacturing a product from an amorphous material, means nothing but about raw material which has not been processed earlier. Then some processes produces finished products or articles into its usual form, whereas other do not and require further working to finish component to the what desired shape and size. Then casting need remelting of scrap and defective ingots in cupola or in some other melting furnace, and then pouring of the molten metal into the sand or metallic molds to obtain the casting. Thus the intricate shapes can be manufactured. It is comes under primary manufacturing. The typical examples of products that are produced by casting process are machine beds, automobile engines, carburetors, flywheels, etc. The parts produced through these processes may or may not require to undergo further operation. Then normally primary processes converts material available in ingot or fig form, and sometimes hot molten metal can be directly using. The main primary processes are metal working and metal casting. Then so this is very much essential to understand the primary processes. Some this is primary process converts material available in ingot or pig form, and sometimes hot molten metal can be directly using. For example, then how they are producing ingot or pig? Then initially they are extracting manganese ore from the earth, then and they are screening. Then the required what manganese ore can be what put it into the furnace, then what coke, then flux, nothing but our calcium carbonate, then that CaCO3, then all they are arranged in a bed, then and they are lighting the furnace. Then so as it is vigorously boiled in the furnace, then it produces a molten metal. Then so that molten metal, it is tapped into the ladle and it will be poured into the ingot mold. Then so that is exactly the shape of the what pigs. Then hence the name pig iron or ingot iron. That is exactly the raw material for other organization. Then so sometimes this hot molten metal, as it is produced in the furnace, that can be directly transmitted into the ladles and poured it into the what slabs, billets, ingots, blooms, to produce a regular shape. Then that is exactly an example of what JSW. Then so in the JSW, hot molten metal can be directly using it as a raw material, pour it into the what regular shape. Then but in some other organizations, this what molten metal, it is poured it into the what ingots. Then after solidification, it is called it as a what pig iron or ingot iron. Then so the main processes of what primary manufacturing process are metal working and metal casting. Then means this raw material is an example, it is what material for metal working and metal casting. Then so in the metal working, then exactly the metal working changes the shape of the raw material into finished products by plastic deformation. Nothing but about permanently it changes the shape of the material. Example, forging, rolling, extrusion, deep drawing, wide drawing, etc. are all comes under metalworking processes. So we'll discuss all these processes one after the other. Then so accordingly, forging. Then so forging, it is what production process in which the metal workpiece is generally heated above the recrystallization temperature and shaped by compressive forces to obtain the desired shape, size and properties of the material. Then you look at this. Then picture then, it consisting of two dies then. One it is a top die and another one it is a bottom die, as it is mentioned in the figure 1 then. And the work part to be shaped in the desired part, it is heated above the recreation temperature, nothing but about red hot condition, and placed in the set of dies then. So exactly the bottom die it is what fixed on the anvil then, and the top die it is attached to the ram then. So nothing but what it is operated hydraulically then, as it is lifted to certain height and allow it to fall due to gravitational force. So heavy compressive force it is applicable over the heated billet then. So because the red hot condition of the metal or heated above the recreation of the metal reaches a semi-solid condition then. As it reaches a semi-solid condition under high compressive forces, the material can be shaped into the required the material can be worked into the required shape very easily then. Therefore, here then the workpiece it is arranged or kept in between the set of dies, and the top die it is lifted to the certain height, and the bottom die it is already permanently fixed then. Then they are applying a compressive forces, it squeezes the material in the die cavity, that is clearly shown in the second figure. And further application of the pressure over the dies, it squeezes and completely fills the die cavity. And these die cavities are provided with the ejector pins in the bottom half of the die, and the top die, as it is already connected to the ram, then ram can be moved up then, but in the bottom die the metal it will be remain after forging then. It is provided with the ejector pins. By operating ejector pin, the forged work part it can be taken out. So you look at the stages of the forging then. Initially it is kept in the die, it is squeezed, further it is squeezed and closes the die then, and after completion of the forging then, the top die it is lifted and operating ejector pins and take out the work part produced in the dies by forging process then. So it is example of forging then. Then another metalworking process, that is rolling then. You look at the picture then. The workpiece is reformed either continuously or step by step by the application of pressure with the revolving tools. You look at this then. So the rolling consisting of a set of rollers. Either it may be a 2-eye roll, 3-eye roll, 4-eye roll, cluster rolling mill, planetary rolling mill, or any other type of rolling mill. But a simple example here to understand the 2-eye rolling mill means only 2 rollers then. The metal it is heated above the recrystallization temperature, and passed between the set of rollers, rotating in the opposite direction, drag the heated billet in the roll gap then. So in between the rollers, nothing but. So this roller rotation and application of the pressure by these rollers squeeze the material or reduce the thickness or dia of the material appreciably, or cross section of the material appreciably, as it is passes through the rollers. That is exactly called it as a roller. Understand this? So exactly the rolling it is an operation, it is also a metalworking operation in which part to be rolled is heated above the recrystallization temperature in hot rolling, and passes between the set of rollers, rotating in an opposite direction, drag the material in between the rollers by subjecting them to compressive forces by the rotating tool then. So this reduces the dia or thickness of the material appreciably. That is exactly called it as rolling operation.